Hey guys, this is Dia's Life and welcome back to my channel. So please don't mind my hair. I am going to be washing it. I tried to actually pick it out a bit. But I am sorry that I have not been posting any content or any videos. And I'm pretty sure everybody's wondering, where am I at? Where have I been at? Why have I not been posting? All of that stuff. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Smash the like button, get this video to 20 likes, and also turn on that bell to get notified every time I post a new video. So we're going to be doing a story time video now, but before we get started though, I'm going to just actually say where I've been at. So basically, I've just been hanging out with family and, you know, just doing me. I got my nails done, ate sushi, went clubbing. That's where I've been at. I also recently got a new job, which is at SeaWorld. So I'll explain more in another video. Here, my little Nyla from the Lion King movie, but the 2019 Lion King. And I got this recently, so I thought this would be cute. But yeah, I got it from the Disney store, and she's gonna be with me in this story time. But yeah, without further ado, we can get right into this video. So we're going to be doing a story time on me actually quitting Job Corps. I've been actually thinking about quitting like months ago, like back in January, but I thought that I would do this video because I actually was waiting to do this video. Literally, I've been waiting to do this story time video about me wanting to quit because I had thought about quitting even months ago. Story time. So to do a little background story, I came back to move to Cali, but I'm from California, so I live in California all my life. I lived somewhere else for like 4, almost 5 years, but I had left and decided to come back to California, so that's what I did. At the time, I was with what's-his-face, and I was with him, and I was going to be going to college and stuff, and so I was like, okay, so I didn't know whether I was going to stay there or not, but I was going to try to go to Job Corps. And so I started Job Corps September 30th of 2019. So this was like before, actually this was like after my birthday that year when I went to Miami, Florida. So if you guys haven't seen that vlogs, I'll link it in the description box down below. So make sure you guys go watch it. But I went to Miami and stuff, and then after I came back, you know, I got a call and they were like, you know, saying, did I want to do it or did I not want to do it? Like agreeing, and I was like, yes, I'm going to do it. So I left my community college and I was like, okay, so I'm going to go there. So I spent about 7 months in there. So I spent from September 30th all the way until February, actually, I'm sorry, March of 2020. March 17th, 2020 to be exact. The pandemic happened and then we had to do distance learning. We did distance learning all this time and we were just doing distance learning, and we basically, the trade that I chose, I forgot to mention, but the trade that I chose was CNA, so it was going into nursing. And my scheduled date for my test date was actually going to be March 26th, 2020. But the pandemic happened, so we didn't get any dates at all for taking state board for months. So I had moved from Cali to with my mother and stuff because of what was going on at the time. So I had moved. I was in a different state. I wasn't even in California for like 6 months, 6 or 7 months, somewhere around there. And it was hard for me to get a job, and I had got a job at in retail, and I was just going to be doing that until I took state board. But then I had moved back to California back in September, and still was looking for a job. They had given me a job, but that job just did not work out. And I just kept applying to other different jobs and stuff like that. And I finally had got a job. So they finally were like, okay, we're gonna, you know, dates now. But I just decided to quit because I was just like, it's been a year and about a year and some months. A year and some months, actually. And now it's available to take, state board. And I'm just like, I just didn't feel like it would be best for me to take state board. And also they were like, I would have to basically go to campus, stay at campus, not go anywhere, quarantine for 2 weeks. Then I have to pick my date on when I was going to be ready to take state board. And remind you, I have not been studying. I have not been studying state board or not even studying state board, but I haven't been preparing for state board because I've been busy. Because I started going back to school like last year in 2020. So September of 2020 is when I started going back to school. Because I was like, at first I didn't know, because I was trying to see when I was going to finish the program and all of that. That's why I was like, well, freak it, I'm just going to go back to school. So I decided to go back to school because I had left school already. And I was like, I'm just going to go, go to school. I did my English class, passed it with an A-, taking some other classes, doing that. But what made me just decide to resign Job Corps, okay, was because we're going to have to be quarantined. We can't go nowhere. And then they basically wanted me to quit my job that I recently got, quit my job for put a 2-week notice, quit my job, and then go there, stay there until whatever date I decide to take state board. That's how long I would be staying there for. And there were some dates where I could have took it in June, but I'm just not ready, and in July, but I still wouldn't be ready. So I probably wouldn't be fully ready, as in preparation, until December of this year. And I just didn't see myself staying in Job Corps for that long in order for me to finally go take the state board, because I have not been preparing, because I've been busy trying to get a job, and I've started, trying to go into school and stuff. So my life is just going in a different direction. So that's why I just decided to quit Job Corps. And also it was like, me working at SeaWorld is going to be great. I plan on working there for, as long as I can until I figure out where I'm going and what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I know by September or October of this year, I'm actually going to be enrolling in, the program, or not in another Job Corps program, but in a program pertaining to healthcare. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I just also felt like, why would I quit my job that I recently got to go and sit and be able to not do nothing? Because basically a lot has changed since I left Job Corps. I'm not in the same place, first of all. Second of all, I'm not with the same person, okay? And I'm just basically learning everything that I should have been learning in Job Corps. Also, Job Corps goes by phases. So you have 4 different phases. The first phase is you go to a classroom and you stay there for phase is you go to a classroom and you stay there for 2 weeks and they just teach you, what they teach you. And then you have the second phase when you go into another classroom and then they just prepare you. You do this whole orientation about your need and all that. And then you have the third phase, when you actually finally get to go into your trade, but you also you pick your top 3 trades that you're interested in. You go around the school and you figure out which trade you're going to have interest in, what you want to do. There was a lot of different trades. There was pharmacy, CNA, office admin, electrical, plastering, culinary, welding, carpentry, cement, plumbing, and something with bricks. And yeah, those are the trades. Those are all the trades. If I forgot any, I will link them in the description box, and I'll also say it on my pinned comment. So make sure you guys watch for that pinned comment down below. But that's basically how it goes. And also you would get a week 3 times a day. So you get breakfast, lunch, dinner. Most of it is processed food. And you can order food, but you gotta wait till after 4 o'clock because that's when you get released from the classes. And you go live in a dorm. You live in a dorm with 3 other girls or 3 other guys, whether you're a boy or a girl. And you share a bathroom. And there's 3 showers and 1 bathroom. And you have 3 stalls. Actually, 3 or 4 stalls to be exact. And that's basically how Job Corps is. Hey y'all, so I forgot to mention that you also wake up, like you have to required to be waking up at 6 in the morning. You have to do, you actually start off, I also forgot to mention, you start off in a beginner dorm. So you go to a different dorm first, which is like the CPP dorm, and you stay there first. And you have to do a night chore or a morning chore or both. You also have to, then once you've been there for, I think it's the first or second week, you end up getting moved into your permanent dorm. And then your permanent dorm is where you'll actually spend the rest of your time at during the program. So sorry I forgot to mention that. I wasn't really fully clear. And how a full day goes is you wake up, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. You have to make up your bed a certain way. Otherwise, you get points deducted from your room. You also have an accountability meeting that is at 6:20 in the morning, and your class starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you have to go to breakfast you have to be out the door by 7:15 and be going to breakfast by 7:20 and 7:30, and you have to walk to your class. So sorry I forgot to mention that part. So yeah, this is editing me. Forgot about to include that part. And also, you can't go in certain areas after dinner. Dinner starts at 5 o'clock. And lunch is at 11 going on 12. And that's basically your whole day. So you're there from your classes from 8 to 4. And then you have your 20-minute accountability meeting. And then after your 20-minute accountability meeting, you will get dressed, shower, do whatever you're going to do, go to dinner, and then you have from until 5 o'clock until you got to be back in the room by like 9:30, 9:20, but it has to be before 10 o'clock in the evening. And you have to be in your room by 10 o'clock, and you can't socialize during that certain time because you got to go in your room and you got to stay in your room. And you can't room hop either. So you can't be in one room and then go to another room, to somebody else's room, because it's not allowed. So I forgot to mention that too. But anyways, let's get back into the end of this video. And you basically do all the work, like the homework assignments or whatever that they give you. You complete those, and you do that until you get your other certification, whatever your test is, because every trade is different. You take that, and you're certified in whatever you decided to do. Only thing that's going to have a state board in it is the healthcare related thing, which will be like, CNA and I think the pharmacy. The whole program goes. And you would be able to leave on weekends. But now there's a pandemic, so you can't do that anymore. So you literally would just be stuck there. But yeah, I think a good decision quitting Job Corps because it's going to be better for me. And I know the goals that I want to do, and I know the things that I'm going to have to do in order to get further and what I need to do for myself. So I already know how that's going to work. And, I know that there's no shortcut for me to get to doing that and stuff. And it's going to be a lot of footwork. But from where I'm trying to head, I know I'm going to be good. I know I'm going to be Gucci, and I should continue to move forward. So by next year, I'll be straight. I won't have to worry about anything. I think it was a good thing for me to leave school, because I left college back in 2018 and I came back 2 years later, and I may have not known, but I have a better grasp on what I'm doing, and as unhappy as I was then as me actually trying to find myself. I just feel like mentally I'm like becoming in a better place. If you guys liked it, and I basically come on here whenever, but I'm working on it. I'm definitely working on it. Just give me some time, you know, give me some time for me to go. You guys give me some other video, not description box, but in the comment section down below, give me some video ideas. And I'm going to go so I can study for my permit. And also stay tuned because I'm going to be vlogging with me going to the DMV. It's next week, so I can go get my permit, and I will let you guys know if I passed, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I do pass. And then I will do a video on what I did, so what I do pass, I'll do a video on that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and me and Nyla are out. Bye, dear squad.